everyone, it's SeaMystic back here with another pick a card. I recorded part of the video last week, but I was unable to finish it. There are some things I want to add though, and then we'll get into the intro that I filmed last week. So there's a lot going on in the collective right now. I mentioned a few months ago that in 2022 there would be no room for masks. And I've had to remind myself of that because so much has came to light these past couple months. And it's not just me, it's other people in my life as well. People aren't necessarily getting away with things that they used to get away with. In some aspects, it's pointing out perhaps shady activity or shady people around you. And on the other end of the spectrum, it's awakening others to a call to action. So it could go either way. You could be finding out some things about people in your environment. Maybe you already knew this, maybe it's just been hidden and they're being exposed. Or maybe you're being illuminated to something and it sort of motivates and lights a fire within you, or both. I do see a lot of awakenings happening. I do see a lot of things coming full circle, cycles closing out, maybe even people from the past returning. I had a friend show up out of the blue that I haven't heard from in years. They had experience in February where someone they were with was basically a fraud. But I do feel it's not just that, it's if someone has been coming to your mind recently, there's probably a reason for that. They're probably thinking about you, which is causing them to get in your energy, because I've felt someone in my energy recently. So that's something to keep in mind. I do see a lot of people being illuminated to things, the truth. I see a lot of psychic abilities increasing, spiritual gifts, a lot of epiphany type moments. Maybe you meet someone or you hear something, or during meditation, just all of a sudden an answer comes to you and you know what to do, something like that. Or you could get some sort of, like I say, upgrade in abilities. But definitely like an increase in passion for one group and an exposure of shadiness for the other group who is, whoever's been doing the shady business here. Because this particular cycle with my family has been going on since like 2009. A part of me feels and wonders if this person was like specifically sent here to disrupt my life and hurt my family. But I think there is going to be, they've already been exposed partially with all of this, but I think people are going to start to wake up. I don't see their partner waking up though. That hasn't happened yet. But the court date is April 28th for all of you that pray or send good energy. Any of that would be appreciated. It's tentatively the 28th. We'll see if they try to postpone it. But it has the potential, like I say, to end a long, unfair cycle and potentially wake some others up. But like I say, I mean, even if things do come to light, like my friend, for example, things came to light for him in regard to someone he was with, and he got out of there. But with this other situation with the family, I think this person over here being exposed, I don't see their partner leaving right now. There's no indication of that. So who knows? Some people, I guess, will remain stuck, and some people will move forward with a new passion. So I think by at least April 30th, there's going to be a lot of illuminations collectively. I just sense that there's more coming. So let's go ahead and get into the collective message that I recorded last week. It has some interesting things in it. Today's pick a card is going to be all about your energy, what's going on internally, maybe even some energies that are surrounding you, any blockages, weaknesses, things like that. This little guy's being loud again. Hopefully my noise machine will drown the sound out a little bit. Still have some stuff going on with the family, but we won't get into that. Just be aware that that's why I'm not posting as much as usual, but hopefully it will all be over soon. So, I had 2 dreams of the moon 2 days in a row last week. That's not normal for me. Actually, I can't even remember another time where I dreamt of the moon. But also those 2 nights as I was going to sleep, you know, my eyes were closed. I saw the first night the face of a lion appear. I get a lot of words, numbers, and things like that when I'm channeling, but it's not as common to get actual images. And I wasn't even doing anything. I was just laying down, not trying to channel. But I saw the face of a lion. And then the next night, the same thing happened, but it was a frog. And I am putting pictures up of these because I kind of want you to get a visual of what it's like for me. I actually have a video of what it looks like whenever I channel, because I think I've always thought things like that are interesting, and I would want to know those types of things. So I thought maybe some of you might as well, especially since how I channel is not really common as far as, well, you'll see if you watch it. And then the next night, it happened again, but this time, I didn't dream of the moon or anything. But it looked like a really mad dog facing sideways with his mouth open like he was growling. And for some reason in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, that looks like a wild dog. So I Googled wild dogs thinking maybe, those in Africa or maybe a dingo. It looked more closely like a dingo, but that still wasn't fitting the bill. It wasn't until the next day when I tried to delve into it a little bit more that I'm like, wait, I wonder what hellhounds look like. So I looked up some pictures of that, and there were actually a couple renditions of hellhounds that kind of look similar, as well as a couple renditions of a chupacabra. So I don't really know what to make of it. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the family situation, who we're going up against, basically. But I did think that since it's so random, it could have been a collective message as well. And I was thinking on this and last night, and it happened again, but it was the same animal 3 times in a row, 3 different pictures, I guess. But they were all of a wolf. I may put up some information about the spirit animals for each of those. If you want to look into the spirit animals of those, I would. But I wanted to give some sort of collective message that I knew for sure was for the collective. And I got 2 numbers that popped up really quick. 415, and it changed to 315. So 415, the theme of that number is rejoicing in your progress. It talks about choices and being adaptable in different situations. It talks about needing to lift your energies, let the positive energies come in, and don't let the negative energies define who you are. Basically, don't let the past define you. Don't let circumstances that have happened to you define you, and certainly don't stoop to those levels. And then 315, the theme of that one is about the betterment of your life. It's about learning through experiences. It's about your spiritual path. It's about having confidence. It's also about increase and expansion and showing initiative. So those are the collective energies. As you can see, we have 4 groups to choose from. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you need a moment to pause to choose which group you want, go ahead and do so at this time. The timestamps will be in the description box below, as always. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, for those of you who chose group 1, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So we'll start with your channel messages and energy reading. And here's a little, I printed out diagrams, but I left them somewhere else. So this is what we're stuck with. This this really bad diagram of all the chakras. So Your solar plexus, it was initially active but then deactivated. So there's like a little spurt there of personal power, but I don't know why it went away. Wisdom, power. It's like a spark of inspiration, but it fizzles, it seems. Your sacral and where your sacral and root connect were quite active. So your sacral is about sexuality, creativity, even your emotions. And your root wasn't very active, but the part connecting it to the sacral was. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean there. It's like it's making its way down, but it's not, the root is not quite active right now. And then the heart, that was probably the least active. And I also noticed that your root was very dense. So that usually means that you're holding on to some sort of energy. That could be something from your past. That could be something with your past life. But that's probably why the energy hasn't been able to penetrate the root fully from the sacral, because there's a lot that needs to be let go of. And this has to do with your basic trust, how you feel secure in the world. So maybe you've experienced things that have made you feel quite insecure. Maybe your foundations have maybe not been stable or have been uprooted in some way, and you're holding on to that memory. Like I say, it could be a past life thing. But right now it is showing you at least the sacral, that's the womb area. That's going to be, like I say, sexuality, creativity. So think of things like art, music, your passions, but your emotions could be heightened. You could be experiencing lower back pain. I think the root also has something to do with the blood. You could have maybe low blood pressure or something, or well, if it's blocked, yeah, you could be having heart or lung issues there, some asthma or something. If your solar plexus was active and then inactive, you could have issues with digestion, acid reflux. So those are just some things to keep in mind. I didn't get anything of note up here. So as far as your channel messages, I saw star and start. So maybe there's something you're supposed to start, but I think it would be you as leading something. You being the leader in starting something. You are the star of the show, basically. Something you're supposed to move forward with. So it does give me, well, the star card, that's going to be Aquarius energy, but I think the Fool card is also Aquarius. So I'm more so getting the Fool card with this combination. And then Sense. So this might have something to do with, see, I wrote this a couple weeks ago. This might have something to do with the psychic abilities that I've been noticing for some people are going to be increasing. Or you could be sensing someone in your energy. This could have to do with intuition. But I also got the symbol for the sun and Taurus. So the sun is all about illumination, personal power. That's the solar plexus. Taurus, Taurus season is not far away. I think it's the end of April to the end of May. And that seems to be a significant time for everyone collectively. So yeah, that can be when a lot kicks up for you. Victorian energy, think of the Empress card. That's going to be about abundance, things that you value. So you could be changing your values here with root being dense, changing some deeply rooted beliefs about things, using your heart more. I think your root could have been what fizzled out that spark with your solar plexus. It's like initial call to power, self-empowerment, and then zoop. So there could be a lot holding you back. But I see that changing though. Pay attention to your senses. Pay attention to how people make you feel. Observe. Pay attention to the subtle things. Who in your environment wants you to succeed, loves you for who you are. But notice how you feel around people. Or there are certain people in your environment where you get around them and you kind of feel like an upset stomach. Notice subtle things like that. Does someone come around where you get anxious? Not in like a butterfly's way, but anxious as in dread. Just start paying attention to your senses. I would encourage meditation for some of you. And when I said butterfly, it did remind me that in the thumbnail, your card was butterfly. So butterflies symbolize transformation. And that's what we were talking about here. I do sense an illumination coming for you. I do sense a transformation. And that could be more toward the end of April, May. And something could happen in Leo season. So that's what I'm getting for your channeled. Let's see what the cards have to say. Group 1's energy. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go with whatever deck I feel like going toward, because I want to get more on your spiritual gifts, maybe even some guides around you. I think your gifts would have something to do with creation and manifestation. Maybe even, manifestation, seeing truths, things like that. Pay attention to your dreams as well. Okay. The energy of group 1. All right. Okay, we have Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, that's going to be Jupiter or Zeus energy. This energy imbues power. Okay, well, I'll finish saying it before I interrupt. This energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. So we saw some of that trying to come through here with the solar plexus because it was initially quite active. So it's trying to be activated here. Your personal power is trying to be activated here. It's like you're trying to be shown your authority over your own life, the power that you have in regard to creating the life that you want, or perhaps even if you're having to go against adversity, showing you that the power you have over that. And then Vesta, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So this is going to be your sacral chakra, which is completely active. So there is sort of a balance here of divine feminine and masculine energies, but there is sort of a push here to fully activate the divine masculine. By stepping into your power, there's something about quiet power here. It's not very showy. It's like you know you're powerful. You don't have to proclaim it, from the rooftops. Sort of situation here. It's more of a dignified, regal sort of thing. Well, I gotta take it because put the cards down. I made the decision. Okay. So Vesica Pisces, or Pisces, I'm not sure. Number 39, divine feminine again, birthing, fertility. That's what the sacral's about here. So there's definitely something. There's something to do with birthing something new into the world. That could be quite literal, or that could be more of a metaphor here. But it's really stepping into that creating. You are the creator of your world, basically. Number 14, Nagas, lovers, erotica, sensuality, more sacral chakra energy. 27, crop circles, messages, curiosity, signs. Yeah, I do see illumination coming your way if it hasn't already. There's something here about hurricane, well, not literally hurricane, but like a cyclone vortex type of thing. What is that? That usually comes out in pile 4. Wind circling. Yeah, there could be, maybe some of you use vortexes when you're connecting to spirit. Some of you could have something to do with controlling elements like wind. This could be, some of you could have done you could have set some sort of intention to get rid of the things in your life that don't serve you. So it's sort of like a tornado going through to clear it. Number 8, okay. I was going to wait and see what this one had. But there's also something here with circles. The infinity, the Ouroboros. Okay. Mystery, reading between the lines, intuition, your senses. That's what I was talking about earlier. Pay attention to how you feel around people. The subtleties there. Like when I was talking about how do you feel nervous around certain people? Does your stomach get upset around certain people? There's something subtle that you're going to be, if you haven't already, starting to pick up on. And once you figure that out, I think it would be easy afterward for it to just sort of open up and become very easy for you to detect. I mean, there could be something with tornadoes or hurricanes. Definitely could be some sort of love situation here, which might be why your sacral chakra is lit up. Maybe you're struggling to go toward that. I do see messages though. Somebody could be really awakening their divine feminine energies though, because that's really prominent here. The masculine, you know, there was a flicker. There needs to be more power there, but I do see an awakened feminine energy here. The sun and the moon. Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is, so is Libra, the divine feminine, but we have Taurus up here. Something with that. So this could be a love situation. Some of you may have problems with intimacy, because this Vesta, that can represent virgins. So maybe there's a part of you that's ashamed of sexuality or not very affectionate, have problems with intimacy, something like that too. So this is a combined deck. Hopefully I can shuffle with gods and goddesses that I won't pronounce right. Just throwing that out there beforehand. The snake also represents transformation, and you had the snake in the Nagas card. Helen of Troy. Well, wasn't there like a war started over her? Beauty. So some of you may be seeing your own beauty. You could have been insecure before. You're awakening to your own beauty. Isis. Protection. So she's a very fierce energy too. She represents healing. She brought Osiris back from the dead. I hear a bird. And Vulcan, inventiveness. Beauty, protection, inventiveness. I see you coming up with your own thing, starting your own thing. To invent things, you have to have creativity. You don't copy off of, other people. Individuality, a leader, for sure. There's something with this inventiveness about original thought, making up your own mind, not following the crowd or having to copy anything. Maybe you are starting to come more into that, following the crowd less and realizing your capacity to lead. Isis could be someone like a guide for you. The sword is down. He has this. It's like, isn't he something to do with blacksmiths, welding, smiths, creating your own tools? We have some innovative people here. So let's get some messages for you from this new deck. Okay. Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. So you have support and protection here. Yeah, I didn't get any issues with your crown, third eye, or throat. So I think that could be a recent activation for you, or soon to be. The seraphim are angels. Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Resolution. It's like a resolution to a long-standing problem, maybe? Coming together, harmony, something with community. Well, it doesn't have to be community. For some of you, it's going to be a person with coming together. Or maybe internally, divine feminine and masculine energies. So you have two activations there. So definitely illuminations for you. Sacred inner space. Sacral chakra. Tenderness. Sensuality. So. Chamber of the violet flame. Whenever I was talking about vortexes, I was picturing the violet vortex. Karmic release, yeah, like the tornado releasing radical transformation, and you are the butterfly. So these are synchronistic. Let's get some predictions for you. Messages from your higher self, predictions, anything. Okay, this one's a Bible verse. Romans 12:19. Do not take revenge. See that quiet authority. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, it is mine to avenge. I will repay, says the Lord. Some more of that protection coming in for you. Messages from your higher self. Who do you love? Unconditional love. So definitely a love awakening for a lot of you. Step into a leadership role. What have we been talking about? Hold your vision. Oops, accident, mishap. So if there are any mishaps on the way, don't worry about it. If any accidents happen in the past, don't worry about it. Hold your vision. Don't let anything like that put any fear in you. So maybe that's why the solar plexus went out, because maybe there was some doubt that creeped in or something happened and made you lose faith in yourself, in God, in your own power. But they're asking you here to hold your vision. So that is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Anything like that really does help to circulate and support the channel. I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless. Hey, for those of you who chose group 2, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So we'll start here with your energy reading and some channeled messages. I have a little diagram here because I forgot the printouts. So this is going to be a reference for your chakras. If you guys don't know, a lot of you probably already are aware of your different chakras. So your sacral and your heart and throat, where they connect. So I guess that would be your higher heart, the ability to speak or channel divine wisdom. And your sacral were both active. Your sacral is all about sexuality, creativity, emotions, passions, creativity that can include things like art, music, but also like literally creating things or birthing things. Like I say, passion, sexuality, and emotions. So those both were active here, but they were only slightly more active than the others. And your heart and throat, it's interesting that between your heart and throat were active. The higher heart, I guess you could say, but your heart and throat themselves were dense, meaning there's a lot of energy stored in there. So there could have been a lot of, this could be things that happened in this life, or this could be some sort of past life situation where there's a lot stored in your heart and throat. Maybe things that hurt you, that you've held on to, things that caused you to not feel like you had a voice or you couldn't speak your truth, that you've held on to or you weren't listened to. I didn't get any issues with the root, crown, third eye, which would be up here. I didn't get any issues with the root. Didn't get any issues with the solar plexus. But like I say, your sacral's a little extra active, a little bit more than the others, and your higher heart. So there's something you're passionate about, probably speaking about, not knowing you're channeling through your heart or through your hard heart. Still some things that need to be let go of, like I say, with your heart and throat. You could be having heart or lung issues, trouble speaking, sore throat, thyroid, something like that. So the words I got for you were test. So there could be some sort of test. This could be like a spiritual test or a literal test coming up for you. And then fève. So that could be French for like a charm you put in a cake. Think of a king cake that has a little baby in there. Or, you know, some people do that with charms. Because they used to put fava beans, if that's how you pronounce it. But it's also Albanian for, was it religion? If it's not, I'll put something up on the screen of what it actually is. But I think it meant religion or something like that in Albanian. You could have a past life in Albania. That is over there by Greece and Italy. Or France, if we're talking about the charm. So sacral, heart, throat are key elements here. Okay, group 2. Group 2 was, could be, right? So that would be about collective, manifesting. So there could be some sort of community thing, coming together with others. Also, there could be something you're manifesting. So let's see. Energies, group 2. Yeah, definitely manifestation energy there with that one. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. So we have Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about expansion. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. So something could be testing your confidence here, or your beliefs, self-belief. I wonder if it has something to do with religion, or like belief systems. Libra. So this could be long-standing partnerships of some kind. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships, business, family, romantic. Maybe some of you are too worried about keeping the peace, and that's what's making you not be able to speak your truth. That might be why your throat chakra was really dense. Being too diplomatic in a way where you're neglecting yourself. This could have something to do with like a legal case though, or like I say, some other relationship here. You do seem to be the type that likes to keep the peace though, and that might be why your heart and throat are so, there's no way to release it if you don't speak it. But there is still a passion in you with your sacral, something that's trying to be created here. There's some element of you here that wants to be free from something. And I hear the birds. So yeah, definitely something about taking flight here. I'm still thinking there's something about being too, it's like, do you not allow yourself to dream big? Those came out really easy. So, well, if you want to look at this, we have Anunnaki on the bottom, number 5. So that's going to be about change, controlling, drama, conflict of interest. So I do get a controlling nature. I don't know if that's you, but I do feel you being controlled in some aspect here. I don't know if that's extreme self-control, where you want to be diplomatic and don't want to stir the pot and are leaving yourself out in the process, like I was mentioning earlier, or if this is someone in your environment, but it's like you wanting to escape from that. So there could be something you need to speak up about. Number 35, another 5 here. Pentagram, harmony, protection, idealism. So, harmony. Trying to keep harmony still. What are you protecting? Are you too afraid to say anything? Idealism here, it's like, if I don't say anything, it'll get better or it'll go away. It's better just to keep quiet and not do anything. It's safe to do that. But I think if that's the case here, you're not meant to be stagnant. (16) Pleiadians, unconditional love, excitement, laughter. So you're meant to be happy. What excites you? What do you love? And who loves you unconditionally? I am seeing both divine feminine and masculine references, maybe a smidge toward feminine. So maybe there's something to do here with a heart activation as well as a throat activation. You could be an empath, stuck in sort of a narcissistic relationship or dynamic, and have just stayed there, not wanting to stir the pot, or thinking you're doing the right thing, but you're not being true to yourself at all. Sometimes you need to speak up, and that doesn't make you a bad person. Harmony, harmony. Whatever this test, don't let fear take over. Choose love. Don't let anything throw you off. Out of balance here. There's a want to escape from something too, like a lucky turn of events. This is 2 decks put together. Different gods and goddess energies that I probably won't pronounce right for about 50% of them. Just a heads up there. All right. Thor, action. So you're about to bring the hammer down on somebody. Call to action. Like we mentioned in the collective. Oh, thought, wisdom. So, that was weird noise. So speaking of your higher heart chakra being able to channel, I do think you could be a divine channeler here with Thoth. Thoth, think of Hermes, think of Mercury, think of scribes. Scribes. You could have the ability to scribe messages from the divine. Like when you write music, lyrics, poems, stories, spiritual advice, it could be channeled. So if you want to look into the emerald tablets of Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus. So yeah, I do get, even if the call to action is just to speak up, there's definitely some sort of call here to break out of something. Isis, protection. So you again have something with protection. You're protected and supported with whatever this is. Know that. The first one that came out for you, Lakshmi, prosperity. So yeah, more about expansion, abundance, a good turn of events, good luck. Could be a definite connection to Egypt though, with both of these. Or the Pleiadians are Anunnaki here. Yeah, there's Egypt there too, so. Or Sumeria, maybe. Get some messages for you before we get the last portion. Bottom of the deck, Hawthorne Light Codes, Light Immersion, Full System Upgrade, Power Recall. Getting your power back. Okay, we have Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom, freedom, the ability to fly, like a caged bird able to fly. All that density you have, releasing that to be free. You're being called to do something that helps you liberate yourself. It's like you're being given the keys to unlock the cage here. A lot of orange yellow, so sacral, solar plexus energy, and blue would be throat here. Okay. Pleiadian act. Are you serious? So definite Pleiadian connection here. Pleiadian activation. Coming together, harmony. Now, that's like the fourth thing that said something about harmony, by the way. Harmony in the heavens, resolution. You're being given a way out of something, I think. Or at least the power to do so. Maybe just by knowing that you are supported is enough. But I do think that some of you, it's like literally you're being handed the keys to your own prison cell to get free. Seraphim's Gateway, this one came out, and the first one as well. So that's going to be seraphim or angels. Voice activation. Are you serious? Angelic attunement, divine support. We just said support. Yes, you're 1,000% supported. You are 1,000% supposed to speak up about something. So let's get these. This could have spirit animals. This could have messages from your higher self. This could have potential predictions. I even threw some Bible verses in here. I just threw everything in this box. So you have two spirit animals. Horse. So you know what horses are about, guys? Freedom. So definite liberation for you. When horse races in as your spirit animal, it's time to set your soul free to fly. Sorry, I'm just noticing the background. Horse as a totem animal belongs to those who jump the hurdles of life with ease. Invoke horse as your power animal when you need increased intuition. Goat. When goat jumps in as your spirit animal, it's time to take a more sure-footed approach to things. Goat as a totem animal belongs to those who have the confidence to climb to the top. There's something about your self-confidence here. Yeah, see, Jupiter, your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. So definite confidence boost coming. Call in goat as your power animal when you need help getting down off the ledge. You're definitely getting help. External union. So you could be getting out of things that prevent you from being in a healthy relationship with someone, like coming into union with someone externally. Herbal medicine. I don't know that one comes out often. So you could be into herbal medicine, herbal remedies. That could be something natural for you or something in your past life as well. Help from unexpected source. So again, more about you being supported. So there's really nothing to fear here. If you think you're going to be alone in something, you think you're going to have to face something alone, you're not. Ask for help. All you have to do is ask. Outdated beliefs. So this could be outdated beliefs about yourself, your limitations. This could be outdated beliefs in your environment, people around you. Outdated belief systems that have hindered you in some way. And you're breaking free from that. Stagnant. See? You've been stagnant. But you're not anymore. Stagnant. If you don't move, we'll move you. So all this trying to play nice and be complacent and all that, that's not really worked out for you. They want more for you than that. So if you don't take action yourself, they're going to cause this tower moment for you to sort of force you out of your comfort zone. So to lead you to the life you were meant to live. So that is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Anything like that really does help to circulate and support the channel. I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless. Hey, for those of you who chose group 3, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. We'll start with your channel messages here and your energy scan. And I printed out some diagrams and left them. So we're stuck with this drawing of the chakra system for reference. So what I noticed, your sacral and your root were the least active. So that's going to be below the navel and the base of the spine area here. But what I noticed is that it slightly decreases as you make your way down, the crown having the most energy, although not super active, and then slowly decreasing as you make your way down. So you're definitely top heavy, probably flighty, not very grounded. Maybe you've been uprooted in some way, your foundations or security have been uprooted. Maybe you have your head in the clouds, sort of thing. And also noticed that your heart is dense. So that usually means that you have a lot of energy stored there. That could be things that happened in this life or your past life that hurt your heart, and you've held on to that. You could have like heart palpitations or asthma, lower back pain with the root here, reproductive issues, indigestion, because it, like I say, it did get less active the more we went down. I think number 5s are significant for you. I saw the word exio, looked that up, and it is Latin or Greek, and it means a lot of things. I think I'll put on the screen what it means, but I'm pretty sure it was something about things coming to light or coming out of a situation. You could have a past life in Italy or Greece, or you spoke Latin or Greek in a past life. And then I saw what I think was sane, but I wasn't sure. So maybe you're questioning your sanity right now. If I didn't mention 5s are about change, you're probably experiencing a lot of change, or will be soon. So let's see what the cards have to say. The first house, what people see and the impression you give. So something about your self-identity here, how people see you. You got all house cards. That's interesting. The 6th house, so this is going to be Virgo, the work, health, and duty area of your life. The 10th house, that is going to be Capricorn. Your achievements and status in the outside world. So a lot about how you look to other people. Maybe you feel like it's more of a duty, or this could have something to do with your job. But you could be worried about like how you look physically and your status. Maybe you don't like doing the mundane things because you're often a dreamer. You guys are so cute. All right. So remember when I said you had your head in the clouds? We have air element with this hot air balloon here. Number 25. We did say 5s would be important. Philosophy, discrimination, empathy. Venusians, number 24. Romance, soulmates, empathy. I wonder if they messed up here because I don't think this one was supposed to say empathy. I've always wondered why empathy was on air, because that's not really an air thing. And that's number 25, so maybe they forgot to change it because this is 24. But you could be a Libra with Venus and air. You have a discerning eye. You could also Virgo here. Mirroring. You could be mirroring a partner. There could be some sort of status difference, some sort of physical difference where it's making you insecure. Could be quite connected at the mind though, if that's the case. All right. Ooh, number 17, reptilians. Predator, survival, tyrannical. One of these things is not like the other. You could have some escapist tendencies, dissociations. Maybe your reputation is at stake or something. Yeah, we did say something about something coming to light or coming forward, coming out of a situation, and then questioning your sanity, perhaps. Maybe someone's mask fell off and who a person was came to light, made you realize you weren't crazy, or vice versa. Some of you could have been dealing with a false twin, false counterpart here, or a doppelganger, someone trying to copy you, someone trying to get in your head, maybe. Let's see. So this deck has gods and goddesses mixed together, and it's really hard to shuffle, and I don't pronounce most of these right. Okay, since that was really fast, not surprised to see Aphrodite with Venusians, because Aphrodite is the equivalent of Venus. Okay, Andromach. Okay, strength. Yeah, something could have happened that really uprooted you, made you feel insecure, worried about how others view you. Okay, Mithras, sacrifice. Aphrodite, self-love. Yeah, you see she's looking in the mirror here too. So either you lack self-love, or you're dealing with somebody who's vain. I don't think you're vain though. I don't think it's you. But what is this sacrifice? You're gonna have to sacrifice your image or your security in order to do what's right in a situation. This could have been some sort of scapegoat thing. Definitely has something to do with how you view yourself though. Maybe you have to do something that you think others might not like. That could be the sacrifice. Sacrificing your ego. Have you been in survival mode? Let's get some advice cards. Choose love, not fear, or self-love instead of insecurity and overthinking and being self-critical. We'll let it. So, Hawthorne light codes. Light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Getting your power back. I think this tried to come out earlier. Halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So you're going to be seeing a lot of signs and confirmations and validations. So hopefully you won't question your sanity. Sword of light. So definitely something about light here. Definitely some clarity coming through for you. Divine protection. So yeah, strength, Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Yeah, that exiting, exio. Emerald tablet activation. Cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. So this is you creating your own reality here. It's like a wake up, or at least a wake up call or something of the sort. Yeah, definitely some sort of activation, sudden epiphany. I think it will involve, I mean, it could be an epiphany that just comes to your mind, but there's definitely some sort of element of divine intervention here. Like a lightning strike, light piercing the darkness, things coming to light, shining a light on things. So these could have spirit animals, they could have messages from your higher self, they could have Bible verses even, they could have predictions, a whole bunch of stuff. So I think I already shuffled these earlier. So it looks like you got 3 messages from your higher self and several of these. You'll understand. Yeah, whole of learning sort of goes with that. Fear of commitment. Relationship imbalance. Blockage cleared. Didn't it say something about like full body activation? Yeah, definitely. It's like your star chakra being grounded into the earth star. Connecting your visions into the earth, into 3D, helping them manifest in the real world. Blocked solar plexus. So that would be here around, like right above the belly button. Like I say, the energy went down as we went. So a blocked solar plexus, any blockages in that would be you not stepping into your power. And this is about power recall. Okay, messages from your higher self. It's real. You're not crazy. And I'm not understanding fear of commitment, relationship imbalance. This could be some sort of like empath narcissist dynamic, if I haven't mentioned that. Are you fearing committing to yourself? People can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. Oh, you have 4, not 3. Take your power back. I cannot with this. Like, okay, power recall, take your power back, and we talked about your solar plexus, how that's about stepping into your personal power. You've done enough. Rest. So you could be being too hard on yourself in certain situations as well. Maybe obligations you felt you needed to do. Things you needed to do to keep up, appearances. So it's time to rest with that. So that is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Anything like that really does help to circulate and support the channel. I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless. Hey, for those of you who chose group 4, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. I've already done this once, but the camera wasn't on. So we'll do this again. This is a diagram for the chakras. Most of you probably already know them. I had it printed out, but I forgot it. And we're stuck with this rendition. So what I noticed for you is that your crown, which is up here, the very top, and your root, which is the very bottom, they were both active. So there's a lot going on right now in reference to your spirituality, as well as your basic trust in this world, your security and foundations. Your sacral was initially active, but then it went away. So your sacral is, it could be sexuality, it could be creativity like art, music, your passions, as well as emotions. So that was initially active, but then, like I say, it went away for some reason. And then your crown, which we mentioned was active, and your root, they were both dense, as well as your third eye and throat. So your whole head basically had a lot of stored energy, as well as your root. So this could be something in this life or a past life where you've held on to something in regard to your security or your foundations, spirituality, your awareness and perceptions, and speaking the truth in communication. So there could be some wounds in regard to those things that you've held on to. You might not have had a good foundation in your childhood or in a relationship or a past life situation. Something could have caused you felt like you didn't get to speak your truth on something or communicate what you needed to. This could also, with the third eye and crown, have something to do with spirituality and religion, something with that, like afraid to speak up about that, or your belief systems have been uprooted, or you're afraid to speak of them, or something. And like I say, it could be a past life. So I didn't write it correctly, but this is supposed to be 353 backwards. I'll put up on the screen probably what that means, because I don't remember, because it's been a couple weeks ago that I did this, but it's still relevant now. You come to it when you're meant to find it. So there could be something with mirroring here, especially with the infinity sign. This definitely could be a mirroring situation or a past life thing. Past life karma, ancestral karma. But I also got Egypt. But I would look up what number 353 means, because it will probably be significant for the reading if I don't end up putting it up there myself. So that's what I have for the channeled energies for group 4. Okay. Energies for group 4. That's too many. That would have been a good one though, because it made sense. That top one. This is about wishes. Okay, so Phoenix. It's not really focusing here. Your ability to transform, take a leap forward, and rebirth. Rising from the ashes. I don't like this light. Can I not turn it off? Mercury. How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. So yeah, definitely something with communication here. With that density in the throat. Pisces. You could have been alive in the Piscean age, like the beginning, The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So you could be very communicative. You could be very smart, analytical. Definitely something with communications though. Definitely psychic abilities here. Empathy. Okay, Syrians, B. Responsibilities, lessons, growing up. Number 19. You have very aquatic energy. Grays, short, number 9. So again, there's usually something with 3, 6, 9 for group 4. So we had 19, now we have 9. Timid, misunderstood, shy. Could be very childlike, which is a good thing. Very shy, still waters run deep. And that could be what the communication is. Have a hard time speaking up for yourself. Are you afraid to take leadership in your own life? Could resonate with Thoth, Isis. So this is a big deck that has, it's 2 decks in one. It has gods and goddesses in it to get more of your energy. Could have the ability to communicate with things in your dreams, like get messages, prophetic visions. I don't know why. Oh, okay. I get it. I get the Isis reference and the Phoenix reference. And the crown and root reference. You can go to the depths and the heights. That is not uncommon. And I forgot, you were the dragonfly. Dragonflies are born on water, but they fly. They're masters of the air and the depths and the water, basically. So, forgot who I was dealing with for a second. Yeah, depths for sure. So, both of these have connections to, okay, so I said Thoth, I almost said Hermes because Mercury. And you have him here. Hermes, communication. So definitely something about communication. Either you're working on it, you're unblocking it, you're being called to say something, or you're a channeler. So both of these, like I was saying before, ADHD kicked in. These are both goddesses of the underworld in some aspect here. We have Persephone. So again, the ability to the heights and the depths, the light and the dark. Like I say, Isis, she went into the underworld because she was trying to bring Osiris back to life. Persephone, cycles. Hecate, illumination. The light is not allowing the words to be shown clearly, sorry. So, cycles, and then we had the infinity symbol. We talked about past lives. This is about resurrection. These all have, and the Isis reference, all have resurrection energy. So you could have access to the Akashic records. You could be able to channel that for people. You could be a medium quite easily. But with communication, not only the ability to communicate with spirits, with the dead, ability to look into Akashic records, but also the ability to channel messages from the divine. The ability to transform yourself through any situation you have. You always are able to come out of it and resurrect yourself even stronger than before. You're not scared of the dark, so to speak. Let's get some messages for you. You could be, like I say, if I didn't say this, messages in your dreams. This is the moon goddess. Triple moon, so 369 again. But Yeah, like with mirroring, seeing things backwards, seeing things from behind the veil or on the other side of things, being able to pierce, like see through that. Something with, could be something with timelines and switching dimensions, being like a parallel sort of many lifetimes. Definitely could have been involved in writing sacred scriptures. You know, like a messenger of some kind. You could do that now on social media. Be connected with the moon cycles. Definitely water though. Definitely water and air. You could have held a staff in your past life. It's very Scorpio, sort of. Almost every group has gotten this one. So, Sirius, oops. So another card about Sirius. So, Sirius star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Push through that birth canal and rebirth. So there's definitely a Syrian connection here. If not Isis, then, I mean, some of you could resonate with that as a starseed origin, or Atlantis, but also Greece. And I mentioned Egypt, so anyway, okay. So another validation there with double Sirius and double Mercury. So, well, Mercury, Hermes. And then the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, God incidences. So maybe you see the matrix or whatever that we live in. You see the synchronicities. You're able to see what others don't. Hawthorne light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So this is definitely stepping into your power, and that's been a theme, I think, with all of them. Heart of source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. You've got a strong connection to source. You understand things at a level that a lot might not. And I think you channel source. The divine channeling I mentioned, you channel source. And you've probably done it many times before in past lives. So maybe you could have even had near-death experiences. Oh yeah, you did have like your crown and third eye were all, your crown and root were active. And like I said, you could have had spiritual past lives. Yeah, I think you've done this before, but you know that. You're aware of the cycles and the matrix. This isn't your first rodeo. But yeah, definitely like a direct connection to source with you. But again, it's that understanding of the light and the dark. That they're both the same thing, but they're just opposite ends of a spectrum. Things that are dark, if faced, can work out for your good. Knowing things like that. Seeing all of that. And a teacher and a historian of these sort of things. Okay. So this could have spirit animals, messages from your higher self, predictions, and even Bible verses. It's all in here. So there's like hundreds of things in here. So if you keep getting the same ones, maybe ask yourself why. Okay, so we have 2 spirit animals, 3 messages from your higher self, 2 predictions. I'm going to get a Bible verse. I'm going to get one. Randomly. Okay. Well, that's 2. It's okay. Spirit animals. So another serious connection, we have dolphin, and I know it's not going to show up clearly with this light, but it says, when dolphin dives in as your spirit animal, it's time to learn self-love. Dolphin, as a totem animal, belongs to those who create community wherever they go. Call on dolphin as your power animal when you need help communicating effectively, because they're all about communication and sound. You also could have clairaudience. There could be the gift of clear hearing as well could come up for you. Sounds could be important. Rat. When rat scurries in as your spirit animal, it's time to get motivated and moving. Rat, as a totem animal, belongs to those souls who are naturally inventive. Call in rat as your power animal when you need the confidence to achieve your goals. Sounds frequent. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Really? I love when that happens. So definitely sounds and frequencies are beneficial to you. You could be getting a clairaudient activation. You could already know that you're clairaudient. You could benefit from binaural beats, isochronic beats, different hertz and frequencies like that could benefit you. You could also be a talented musician or really connected with music. Need better boundaries. So just keep that in mind. Don't let other people's opinions or judgments intrude on you. Let's see, we'll do Bible verses and then messages from your higher self. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see this one. Okay, it is Luke 6:41. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? First John 3:18, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Definitely a truth speaker. We're being called to be one. Why are you running? Can't run from your destiny. What are you waiting for? Lastly, and these are messages from your higher self. Lastly, LOL, no, but seriously, the grass is greener over there. I don't get this one often. It cracks me up a little bit, but you know how they say, people think the grass is greener on the other side, but when you get over there, it's really not. Well, this is saying it kind of is. You're kind of not where you're supposed to be right now. It could be something, it could be a relationship, it could be a workplace, it could be an occupation, just something that's not where you're meant to be. There's something in your destiny that you haven't quite activated yet, or stepped into your power with, or followed. Something like that. So that is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment. anything like that really does help to circulate and support the channel. I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless.